Well, I know I'm all hat and no cattle, but this is an authentic cowboy song. Zebra Dun. We was camping on the plains at the head of the Cimarron when along comes a stranger and stopped to argue some. He looked so very foolish when he began to look around. He seemed just like a greenhorn just escaped from town. We asked him if he'd been to Chuck, he hadn't had a smear. We opened up the Chuck box and said he could eat right here. Filled up on some coffee and some biscuits and the beans, and started riding talking about foreign kings and queens. About the foreign wars and the land on the seas, with guns as big as steers and ramrods big as trees. About a fellow named Paul Jones, fighting son of a gun, a fighter and the grittiest cuss that ever packed a gun. Such an educated feller, his thoughts just came in herds. He astonished all them cowboys with his highfalutin words. When the stranger kept on talking till he got the boys all sick, they began to look around to fight to see if they could play a trick. Well, he said that he'd lost his job on the Santa Fe. He was going across the plains for to hit the 70. He didn't say how come it, some trouble with the boss. He asked if he could borrow a nice fat saddle horse. Well, this tickled all the boys to death. We laughed way down our sleeves. We said we'd give him a fine horse as fresh as you please. So Shorty took his lasso and he roped the Zebra Dun. We gave him to the stranger and waited for the fun. Now old Dunny was an outlaw, he'd grown so awful wild. He could paw the moon down, he could jump up half a mile. Old Dunny stood right still, as if he didn't know, till the stranger had him saddled ready for to go. Well, when the stranger hit the saddle, old Dunny quit the earth and started traveling upwards for all that he is worth. A yelling and a squealing and a having wall-eyed fits, his front feet perpendicular, his hind feet in the bits. We could see the tops of mountains under Dunny's every jump. The stranger was just glued there like a Hamil's hump. The stranger, he just sat there and twirled his black mustache, just like a summer boarder a-waiting for his hash. Well, he thumped him in the shoulders and spun him when he whirled, and he hollered to them cowboys, I'm the wolf of all the world. And when he had dismounted and once more hit the ground, we knew he was a thoroughbred and not a dude from town. Well, the boss, he was a-standing there watching of the show, walked over to the stranger and said, you needn't go, 'cause if you can use a lariat like you rode the Zebra Dun, you're the feller I've been looking for since the year '01. When the herd stampeded, he was always on the spot, and he set him off to nothing like a boiling of a pot. Well, there's one thing and a sure thing I've learned since I was born: every educated feller ain't a plumb greenhorn.